Hi there, final community. Welcome to another update. Kind of planned this differently. I was expecting to show some other things in this update, but I found a whole bunch of thrift store Goodwill records. One of the records is not. I'm going to show that in the end. I bought that at a record store in Amsterdam. But the rest, they're all thrift store, Goodwill, charity shop finds, whatever people call it. They're cheap records. Lots of soul, funk, disco, jazz. Some, yeah, it's basically almost all that except for a couple of records. Let's start off with record number 1. This is the best of the Stylistics Volume 2. I don't have any Stylistics, so I gave this a shot. It is pretty standard disco soul, but I like that. The exception being Funky Weekend, which, I mean, you cannot put the word funk in a title of a song and not have it be funky, because it is for Stylistics. It is kind of funky. It's on H&L Records. The funny thing is, when I don't know, where did I see that? I don't know where I saw it, but this was pressed in Haarlem, where Music on Vinyl is now own it. They now own the pressing plants where this record was pressed. This comes from 1976. That's a compilation. Next one is in the vein of what I just showed, the Stylistics. Disco, soul. This is the Floaters with Magic. It's got, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got some light water damage. The sleeve, that is, vinyl is in good shape. It's on ABC. Can't go wrong with this. This is enjoyable. I don't know if in the end, if I have like a huge stack of this type of music, if I will keep these, but for now, I'm enjoying this stuff. This I really liked. This is Shack Attack, Down on the Street. The title track of this album was a big hit. Probably their biggest. This is on Polydor. Comes from 1984. How shall I put this? This is 80s jazz funk pop. If they lost the pop element and would have released this in the 90s, it would have been classic acid jazz. There would be ranked among the Brand New Heavies and Incognito, I guess. But it's from the 80s. So it has that cheesy element, but I really dig this. After years of thrift store and Goodwill hunting, I never ever saw Shack Attack records, and now I see them pretty regularly. Next 2 records are by one artist, George Benson. This is Breeze In from 1976. Pretty solid. Excuse me, but also pretty smooth jazz funk record. There's someone who does vocals on one song. I don't know. Anyway, the song is Masquerade, which was originally by Leon Russell. Is has vocals, but I don't know who did it. Anyway, I really love this. It's pretty smooth, it's pretty slick, but it's very fine jazz funk. And like I said, there's 2 albums by the same artist. I also found Weekend in LA, double album. This is a live record. Excuse me. This comes from 1978. Recorded in Hollywood, in the Roxy. And I have not listened to this one yet, but I'm sure it'll be, jazz funk. Another jazz record, probably not jazz funk. It's a little too old for that. But this is Lionel Hampton and his orchestra live album called Chicago Jazz Concert 1954. Originally came out, I think, in 1956. It's recorded in 1954, but the original LP came out in 1956. This is the 1972 edition on this Jazz Party series. This is volume 4. I like Lionel Hampton. I don't know if I'm gonna like this, but we'll see. Some more disco, funk, soul with Shaka Khan's album Shaka. This one has I'm Every Woman on it. This is the original US pressing. Comes in the pretty beat up, as you can see, inner sleeve. This has the Brecker Brothers on it, and a couple of songs are produced by George Benson, I think. Anyway, I'm gonna find out if I really would like this. I think I would, knowing me. But yeah, Shaka by Shaka Khan from 1978. Next 2 records, again by one artist. First of the 2, I am so happy I found because I love this period of this artist. We're talking Harry Nilsson. This is Pussycats, and it's produced by John Lennon. That's John. This is the original US pressing. It's a pretty weird gatefold. You got the lyrics here, and then this flaps over like that, and you got pictures. It's an RCA comes in this inner sleeve with some text on it, and it's a Dynaflex. So pretty stoked that I found this, because I do love me some Harry Nilsson. And last of the thrift store finds is another Harry Nilsson record. This is Flash Harry. This comes from 1980. I don't know if this period is any good. Comes with the original inner sleeve, lyric inner sleeve. But yeah, some really big names on here playing: Ringo Starr, Van Dyke Parks, Lowell George. So who knows? Maybe this is not that good. Maybe it is. I'll find out. But I just had to pick up Harry Nilsson. And the last record I did not pick up at a thrift store. I picked it up in Amsterdam. I went to Amsterdam thinking I would go like really record shopping and get a lot of records, but I found one record that I wanted. There were a lot of other records that I would have wanted, but the prices were a little bit too high. So I ended up with one, and I'm really happy I picked this one up because it's a really, really good album. This is Satin Doll by Bobby Humphrey. Now, I always thought Bobby Humphrey was a guy, but no. That's Bobby Humphrey, and she plays the flute. This is probably Bobby Humphrey's daughter. What is this? This is released on Blue Note, 1974. It's a killer. It's got the original Blue Note in the sleeve. It's killer jazz funk. It is. It is mind-blowingly good. I actually didn't know this artist. I've seen this album shown on Instagram a lot, so I picked it up, and it is really, really good. So if you love jazz funk, check out Bobby Humphrey, especially Satin Doll. Now, I'm leaving it with this. This is the last record I'm showing. Still waiting for a couple of records to arrive in the mail. And we'll see. Probably do a video with just those two. But for now, this is it. Take care. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.